Fate of the Souls. And we want to please Ilia. And so we choose one. And two. Not sure this matters. Probably not. When in doubt, choose one. Okay. So what I did is absorb his soul for his knowledge, but if you want to have a less difficult fight in the arena with Marvel Spirit, probably it should be better to release his soul to the wheel, but I will choose this anyway. This not really important, I think. Okay, we did it. Companions. At the blood pool, I think here it is better to sacrifice a companion, because this way you get some special ability, something like that. One point of something. I don't remember exactly. I think sacrificing Sagani gets some more accuracy from the distance. Companion fate, and let's choose one. A lot. Okay, this one is in theory important, but I never been able to make it work doing the ultimate. In theory, if you make him die while trying to become a lead and key master, I think you should find him dead in some island, but in reality I've not been able to make it work this way, at least doing the ultimate. So maybe it doesn't work with the ultimate this way, or I don't use the right option, maybe. But let's try this. Ella died. I never tried this. Maybe this is the way, because the reason is if it tries to become the little king leader, he should have the helmet that used to be of how it's called, the bad boy of the previous game, Taos. But in reality I've not been able to find it in the ultimate challenge, and even if you find it, you find it when you are already leveled up, so it's not that important. But in theory there should be some way to get it. And anyway, other companions, Durance, this I think is not important. Kana, I think you can, if you choose to have him vanished in the endless path of Odd Newer, his sister is not happy about it, so let's choose another one. Bavias, Not sure if anything changes if you push M towers while the goals. Alexina. If we want to get her, it's better to choose the first one. Living Mother, we don't get her, doesn't matter. Okay, this is probably the most important one, because about the fate of the Devil or Carrot, it is better to choose. She spared Hank, because this way she will be killed in the story, and so her armor will be available in one of the shops in Nekataka. And this way you can get that nice armor. It's always good to be able to take that armor. So if you want to try the ultimate or some difficult enough level for the game, it's better to have that armor available. So I think it doesn't matter much. On here, same thing. You can meet her, but doesn't matter much. Okay, Wild March. I released the soul. Okay, I think the best thing is number 3, because this way you are given one nice cannon. Eyeless, I don't think it matters much. Frederick, you can meet him, but doesn't matter much. Siege. I have no idea if this will change anything apart maybe some dialogue with console out. So let's choose this one. And this is changing some dialogue with Lengrad. Probably she's a little more happy to talk with us. So, number 1. Wiltown Fate, probably number 1. You can meet him, doesn't matter much, but killed Redrick because I did it in the first game. I'm not sure it matters, because maybe it matters if you choose to be to pledge with her, but we don't. We choose Aelia for the boon reason. Champion of Bard. And same thing here, we don't want to be champion of Bard in a certain way, we want Aelia, so we tell the truth, we defeated Redrick Prison Form. Doesn't matter much. Okay, this is second important option, one of the important options when you build your story. Blade of the Endless Paths, because if you choose option 1, you will be able to reforge the blade or from the blade pieces to make other different swords. For the build I'm going to use, it doesn't matter much, because probably I will never use that sword, but it's always good to have the possibility to get it. So I reforged the blade. Master below, I think this is just going to change some dialogue, but not really important, so we'll tell the truth. Kill the master below, learn scale breaker spell in the first game. So finished, and oh, this is long. Doesn't matter much. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter much. You can encounter him, but just talk a little. So I choose number 1. Theorems of Angram. In reality, I turn in Nadine to Grimda. Doesn't matter much, I think. Undying Heritage. Oh, this is super important. Probably one of the most important possible options in your story. Because if you absorb the souls, you can get a nice point of might, I think. And that's something you want to have. Symbols of Fate doesn't important much. Never far. Not sure, but better not to use violence, so we don't risk to get one of the gods angry with us. Blood Legacy. Okay, so this is maybe something that changes some dialogue with Sky. Not really important. Kill me with about, okay, 1. Doesn't matter. Parable of Whale. Oh, I hate the Parable of Whale, and maybe that's the option that works better with one. Twin Arms. Sacrificial Bloodlines. Okay, this should seem to be important because we know if you want to do the Magram fires where you have to keep Vila alive, you may think that these are some option making that simpler, but it does not. So you can choose anything, I think, here, and it doesn't matter for the Magram Fires challenge. You still have Vila following you and being Vila. So we can tell the truth. I took the baby and killed Simon. Same here, kill Relastin and Irola. This probably changes only some encounter that you can do in the Ringal realm, but doesn't really change a lot because you can, they don't help you, you can kill them, but the loot is there is no loot, so I'm not even sure if you get some experience from them, so well, you can allow just to encounter them, but I don't think it's important. Next, about the clouds. This one I think could help with Ailea a little to make her happy, but not sure. But when in doubt, choose number 1. Okay, complete the legacy, and we want to do something like name your pillars of eternity. This will be named as our character. I have just another one. I will remove this. And then we can start. So what I like to do is relaxed streaming, because I don't think I can be able to do a trial of iron streaming. Trial of iron requires complete concentration, I think, and not something I won't even try. So at least not streaming. Let's try something like this. So like with the ultimate round, we will try to do solo. We will try to enable most of the Iron Spy challenges to a sort of testing round, testing build for able to do the ultimate, but without wild challenge, so you can see what happens, the numbers, just to be able to follow better why we do something or not. And also what I like to do is a build that can sort of do more or less the ultimate path, but instead of having to stop playing the game when you reach Ukaiser, to be able to more or less go there, but continue exploring other places and see how this builds goes with other betas and different islands and so on. So I think I will remove this one, this challenge, but try to more or less simulate it. So completing these quests more or less in the same time limit. The rest we will try and set all of them like in Ultimate. So we have plenty of difficult here. We have Galloway, the beasts, gain random powerful effects, challenge, Omega, so everything but Wild and Iotas, and obviously the Ultimate, which is adding everything. But I've done it once and that's enough. Not something I would be able to stream. Too difficult. So let's see. And we don't want this because I don't want God mode. We want this. Oh, sorry, not the God mode. How is it called? Trial of Iron mode. Do we want the rest? Do we want Path of the Damned? Do we want level scaling? But those we will set in the next screens. So I think, oh, this one should be okay. Yeah, solo, all these Megan's fire challenges. And I play with real time with pause that with those challenges is not enabled anymore. So real time without pause in practice. We choose path of the damned difficulty. No bearer blessings. No trial of iron because I don't want to have to restart from scratch, and it's too difficult to do it streaming in my opinion. Then okay, expert mode, all level scaling upward, and that's it. I think this is a good setting for a practice run if you want to try the ultimate. You have most of the things enabled apart the Dead is Dead mode and the wild challenge, which is hiding your statistic. And I have no idea how far we'll be able to go with this. But I would like to explore some things with this build that I've not been able
An aged dwarf shares this. You can see his smile.
To try doing the ultimate because essentially in the ultimate time is of the essence, and this build is good, but it doesn't have super high damage per second, and battles are long. So doing certain things like...
Thank you for joining us, Watcher of Cadnua.
A pale,
killing the
is preoccupied with the arrangement of cards on the table.
Your brush with the divine has drained you of your powers, fractured your memories.
Something you don't want to try during the ultimate. Okay, so we have standard histories here, and we done this. Let me check one thing. Did I start it? No. I don't think anybody will be watching this, but never say never. Okay, now we should be able to see the chat, so if you have some questions, maybe I'm also able to see it. Not really, because I'm a little stuck here. Okay.
Does everything appear to be in order? Good. Welcome to the Beyond. I am Bereth. One half, anyway.
She points a finger in the direction. The dwarf's rictus returns.
Tell me, do you remember when we last met?
And remain
You chose to
silent.
pledge your services to other gods.
She's telling us.
Still, a pledge unmade.
She placed.
You had need. The being that occupied Odnua's statue beneath your. Though Aethys stole a large. You and he are still connected. No.
She delicately places a card upright on the table. The art depicts souls flowing out of a pillar of Audra.
Okay, so if you choose this one, game over, and so.
I know. If their souls remain in Aethys, good. Before you return, when you can picture your own face.
And we start our build. So I will more or less use the same build I use to do the ultimate, which is essentially a caster human, because all in all it is having some good improvement in damage and accuracy without the need to be near death, because this build is not made to be unkillable or untargetable at a certain point. It's made to sort of control the battlefield, but still it can be killed, we can be hit, we are not immortal, so being near death is really dangerous, and bloody is something that you can usually manage a little better. So no death got life, like even if it is powerful when you are near death, but not easy to manage. And then multi-class. So basically we try to control the battlefield to survive and to make Villa survive, so we need summons for this. So Chanter is essential, and in my opinion, my experience at least with this kind of build, the best one is always Troubadour, because you can have your summons always up without needing a super high sorry if I stop, but I'm not able to have my streaming chat up as usual. Probably that's because Morrowind I ran in Windows mode, and I forgot to start this game in Windows mode, and it's not appearing as usual, so I have to switch every now and then to follow the chat. But I will look at it. Maybe I can change this option from the game. I will try. Let's see if I'm able to do it. Anyway, Troubadour, because even with some not stellar intelligence, you should be able to keep your summons always up, and this is very important for this kind of build, because summons are what can keep us alive, and especially keep enemies doing something else than killing Villa, and that's the one class that it's important to have. Okay, Chanter abilities. It's very important to choose level 1 abilities that you want to keep the whole run, because they are the ones that you cannot change, even if you respec. So it's important to choose one that you want to keep forever, and it's not always easy, because there are pretty nice abilities to choose here, and for the starting part of the game, if you want to have fun and fight and not actually do a pure stealth build for the first levels, it would be nice to have summons from the start. But for the reason that you have to keep what you choose as the first ability forever, I don't want to do that, because there are better summons you want to keep. And so we start with another thing. And there are a couple of very good abilities here. This is one, and this is the second. This is a wonderful ability because it is an area spell that can be improved, and the electricity damage, good penetration, targets one of the stats that are easier to target, and also it is unique in that it is an area spell, but if you use it for a single enemy, it is able to the area spell in short is using all the rays to hit that single enemy, so it works equally well for multiple enemies and a single one, so it's pretty nice to have. And the other one is this, and this is not so smart to hit a single or multiple enemies, but it has other great features. First, it uses crush damage, which is the martial damage most useful for this game because it is one of the less resisted. It has a stun effect, which is one of the best one, and it has 4 meters push to the enemy in an area, and it targets reflex too, like this one. So I think this is the one we want to have for all our play, because we have control, we have a little damage, and it should be easy enough to hit, lowering the reflex defenses. So this is the one. And then this is a difficult one. Honestly, I'm not sure there's better options between these two. It's a matter of preferences, I think. This one probably makes things easier at the start. It is always good, and it becomes even better if you find a way to have interrupt on hit, because if you find a way to have this and this two becomes very, very useful, because raw damage, very low raw damage, but it hits every 3 seconds. So if you manage to make this thing interrupt enemies, it becomes very useful. But this one too is useful because it is increasing these two defenses, and that could be very useful, especially this, because it is the defense against effect that can strip you from your magic buffs, so always good to add. For the ultimate rank I have used this, so I don't know, maybe I could try this one just to do something little different, but this one is also a no-brain. It's always good, and it can heal you a little. It does a little damage, especially with the low-level enemies. It helps a lot killing them fast. So no, I don't know. I will try this one just to try something different. And then we have second part of the build. We want to control the battlefield. This is our number one target. So Cipher, and a special kind of Cipher, a Psion, because Ascendant is great, but you have to reach Ascending state. That means you have to hit enemies with weapons, and that means you have to abandon yourself and be able to hit hard. It's not always so easy to do it with this kind of difficulty level, and it's not easy to do it because you have to think about keeping Vila alive. So beginner is great because you can gain focus not only from your weapons but also from your spells. Problem is, to work well you have to hit with your spells more than one enemy to gain enough focus, and so this is not ideal because doing the ultimate level challenge means you have to kill mega bosses, which are often single enemy, super powerful enemy, and this kind of targets are not ideal for the beginner. So Soul Blade is great. Soul Blade, if you use some kind of cheese trick to increase your raw damage with the soul annihilation, could be something probably doable, but not with this build that wants to control the battlefield. Probably it could be good with something like a priest second class to use the usual bearing death door and how is it called, the one prolonging the time, but we don't want to do this, and so Psion. The good thing about Psion is that regardless what you do, while you are not hit, you gain focus. So no soul whip, no more damage with weapons, but you keep on getting focus each second. And this may seem just a little, but it is increasing with your level, and we can reach 4 focus per second. And this is pretty good if you think that when you get brilliant, you get essentially 10 focus in 6 seconds. We can reach 4 focus per second, which means 10 seconds you get 40 focus. And so also we have this, it's not super important, but it helps, especially if you have to go out of engagement, because this area effect, pushing you or the enemy away, is able to make you free from engagement, and this can really help in some situations. So Psion. And when you have to choose the first spell, we have problems here too, because there are many of them useful. and some of them in this combination of classes are even more useful. So what to choose? This one is a no-brainer, always good, always useful, but we may want to replace it in the future with something more powerful, like the domination one. So at the start I would choose this one, because this is another one that we want to have for all the run. It's a cheap spell with good kind of damage, electricity, a good penetration, good damage, and accuracy against reflex. And it is centered on our summons, so we can get a good damage from it. And this way we can still choose this one in next steps, but be able to swap it when we respec. Or with this we could choose this one, for instance. I think if we want to try actually something like the Goretti Street with this build, this one could be one of the possible help, because that fight is so difficult at low level that probably with this build the best way is just to remain hidden in stealth and have our summons do all the work. So making our summons a little more powerful with this spell could really help. So for now we do this. And then attributes. So basically same reason about not being immortal, not being able to use Bearing Death Doors. So we will not do something like that, obviously. I think we can do something like this, a couple points here, 1 point here, but we need to survive also when we are hit. So I'd say something like this. Then perception, and here we are doing ultimate level of difficulty. You need all the perception you can get, there's no doubt here. And then we have our important statistic. We are essentially full-time casters, so intelligence, but luckily we are using the Troubadour, and so we can manage, if we pay attention, to keep our summons always up with just 15 intellect. To make things a little easier, I'd say better use 16, but you can manage to do with just 15. Then I'm not sure it's optimal, but I like to have more or less 110% both in dexterity and might, because this is always good for everything you try to do, and this is a little more damage and a little more healing. That's always something you appreciate. And then this, for the same reason, perception. And here there are a lot of options. Most of the skills are good to have, but I'd say this one at the start probably helps a little more, because mechanics is good, survival is good, and alchemy too. Weapons. This is another hard one to choose at the start, but okay. We need to survive, so this is always good, because the model here is giving you more or less 30% resistance to any weapon attack, and this is huge. And then basically we use weapons not to do damage mostly, but to decrease enemy defenses. So this one is good because we need to use torches, as we are using one of the magnum fires that is decreasing the radius you can view things, and a torch is needed most of the time. So the torch is a club, and this club has the model able to decrease enemy intelligence, I think. But for starting, I think it's better to choose the flail, because this way we can attack the reflex with the model. And so, no ranged weapons. May seem strange, but all in all, I think they work better with our Troubadour spell. Okay, we'll use the same portrait for her. Same, more or less same look, if I remember, something like this.
Finish them!
And that's it. So basically, compared to the build for the ultimate, I have changed this Troubadour spell. I want to try this and see if it makes things too hard compared to the usual one.
Go forth now, Watcher, as my herald. Know that I do not give you this title lightly. When the time comes, you will have the power to reveal the souls. Find Aethys. Learn his plans. When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you.
And what I'm trying to do is always click here, so we expand the dialogue and it's easier to follow than usual when you click rapidly.
With a quick
chime.
the dwarf
options
nods,
here.
contorts his...
Oh, let me check if I can change. I don't think so, but oh, maybe I can. Let me see if I can do something like this and be able to see the chat. Yeah, it works. So from now on, in theory, I am able to read the chat. So If you have questions, I may have answers.
The return to your body feels. Adair watches over your.
No, there's no way. How are you feeling? Alive's a big improvement.
I hate to cast a poor.
The voice echoes from inside.
Hag Nua has been destroyed. It is only by the exceptional strength of your soul that you survived. The further Aethys withdrew, I know not how, but it seemed.
How could you know all that?
Misfortune's brewing topside. We. Magrans fires the captain stirs.
Engrim, the smell of drink on your breath could wake the very.
Pirates. They're demanding parley with you, Captain.
And we
I know this
start.
is asking a lot, but you better arm your.
So this is the introductory battle sort of tutorial.
All right.
You will
Now make some use of this.
And equip our things. But you can use some strategy already here. Oh, this is important. The reason why we did that kind of history of our character pledge to Aelia is this, essentially, this bounty, because this is giving you some very important boons. 10 points to all defenses and especially 2 points to all skills, some health, but this one is really great for a solo ultimate level build because you need the skills, and this way it's much easier to pass certain checks. And essentially you do a no rest run, so this will do for a lot of time. But we don't rest immediately, we will use it very soon. Anyway, we are ready, we have our armor, we have our flail, so single handed because we have better accuracy this way. As you can see, without well enable, well challenge, you are still able to see the statistics and follow better why you do something. In this case we want 100, so we have 12 points of accuracy, and we can hit in an easier way. And when we hit with the model, we can lower the reflex of enemies by 25 points, and then it will be much easier to hit with our spells. And we have the shield here with the model to get some more defense. And then
The pirates of Deadfire are notorious. I suggest you deal with them quickly.
Important thing, prepare the your chant. I prefer to do this because this way in theory you can overlap, but we will not really do this, but better to have it set up. And then we choose brisk recitation because we are interested in having our spells up as fast as possible. and we choose the model for the block.
If we don't get out there now, we'll have lost by the time we
And
do.
as we don't use our weapons much, we can choose also penetration against the recovery time, because we will not use that very much. And that's it. We have this spell with a good duration, thanks to our intellect. And then we have this one, but we cannot use it at the moment. We don't have summon mobile. Okay, things we are ready. Let's try. Not very important. You can even be killed during this first battle. It's sort of tutorial.
Well, what have we? I'll be taking your ship now.
But I want to show you a
Well,
little
at least he
trick
asked.
that
I
you
am
can
a
use
gentleman of fortune.
even
Give her up easy,
the ultimate.
and I'll see you get a swift death. It'll be bloody and agonising, sure.
And then he's going to wear his...
Aye, you got a smart
So
mouth
when
on
you're
you.
right to the point when
Careful.
you have just one
Listen
option
up, mates. I'm off to spear me and play with the crew if you'd like.
and you
But
are
don't
at the
bring me any
last
prisoners.
option,
None that are alive.
you can prepare your keyboard, so you press the one key when you're ready to end and start the combat, but you put your mouse pointer already in the place you want to go. This way you can be very fast, and as soon as you click and select the destination, you try to open the inventory. This way you are able to quickly equip some more items before the battle starts. Let's try it.
You had bandwidth!
As you can see, I am in the inventory before actually enemies start the battle, so I am still able to equip things. And this can help. It doesn't really matter, because the battle is not something that do harm. You can even be killed and you will end in the beach anyway, but good to know. And enable this. Basically my target is keeping her alive. So let's try it. Maybe better to change weapon. And they don't have engagement, so it's not hard. I forget the model. Okay, now we can use this. Because the enemies as unbalancing strikes have had. Oh, we missed it. We missed him anyway. So you can see, even when you have high perception, it's never easy at this difficulty level. we got some distractions here. And if we are near, maybe we can reach them. No. Not easy. And we have very high perception, so go figure if you choose something less. We cannot target our friends here. But the battle is almost done. Don't think I can reach that. No, we did it. So, he's down and easy target for our
Storm's
friends.
picking up! Take cover!
Okay, so at this point we have to choose we want to rescue, get it back, or save the crate. Well, probably it's better to be a little cynic here and think about we can get other sailors easily, like Itupac, while the content of the crate may be a little more useful, so we save the crate.
You've been getting a lot of sleep so far on this trip. I'd have woke you, but she looks so peaceful. If you're worried about this so far,
It's a relief to see you awake, my lady.
ran aground, looks like.
I do sense a few survivors close by. That is, assuming this experience.
The few's better than I would have thought. We better go see if they're all right. Let's see about the other survivors. I don't want to be paddling out of here on a salvage.
For now, My lady,
These guys.
that isn't much of a choice.
Well, I suppose we better.
Okay, so let's go. We are doing solo, and our companions will be in the ship, but essentially they will stay there, so you can talk with them, but they never help during actual battles. But we have a new friend here, Vila. That will be always with them and always doing the wrong thing at the wrong time. So plenty of fun.
Are we gonna fight someone? I want to throw the first punch.
And we start getting things around.
Help! Somebody! Per con Blanca!
And to be super efficient, it's better not to get things that spoil unless you want to use them. So we will keep them here for now. And look
shall
for
make it
other
so.
things like some
fear not.
armor. This is a good one. And we could go and save Irina, but we will do it later.
As you like.
And you can talk with the
Hope the rest of those
fountains,
sodden
with
bastards made it.
spirits, but just some role play because no consequences.
Spy, Magran here. My flame burns yet. Is that ye? You woke just in time for the fun. Aye, aye. There's nae getting the ship back under. A fine way. Dry as kit. Oh, but I'm Captain. I heard some hollering by the good.
Okay, let's prepare. Most rounds on the ultimate usually just use stealth this level, but we want to do some battle first because our build is not very powerful,
On solid
but
ground, aye, but the world spins.
not
I
high
need a drink.
DPS, but we are able to keep on the battle for a long time. We have infinite resources, so it's fun to have a fight when you can, but we want also to spend not so much time doing fights, so sort of mix between doing the battles and taking a look, trying to remain more or less in the times needed for the EOTAS challenge. Not easy, but we will give it a try. Anyway, we want to do the first battles here. So, target 1 is keep Villa alive and ourselves, obviously. So basically we have some beasts to fight here.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
Should have some nasty Galawain magic effects. All in all, we are lucky because the one random one is damn invisible, which is not the worst that may happen. So we prepare for a little battle, some healing. We put on our great killer glows, just giving some critical damage, 10% probability. Not something really super, but better than nothing. We must choose if we want some better speed with less armor, or better armor and less speed. With this kind of enemy, we can choose speed because they are not able to engage, so we can just move around and we should be able to avoid being hit too much. So important thing, keep Villa out of battle.
As you like.
So we must try to have the boss follow us. Hopefully the ball will go out of stat. Here it is, we are hit. But now we have the advantage of the our hitting in time, and we should be able to hit hard with our spell because the enemy is under the unbalancing strikes. And I cannot pause because it is part of one of the Magran Fire's challenges, but I can still open the menu, so to stop and think you can do like this. but you cannot see the battlefield. But with enemies that cannot engage, and just
Very well.
pay attention to the enemy moves, and when they are going to attack, you just run away. So it's really a method of attention, paying attention to the enemy. And then you can hit hard with your spell. We can use also this every now and then.
Oh, indeed.
And one of the reasons to kill this boss is if you're lucky you get some boss tasks.
Whispers and shadows.
And boss tasks are a good ingredient because you can do some pretty useful scrolls with them. You can make some of these scrolls. So same tactic here. We want the ball to fall. Oh, we can see the ball moving. Very nice. Water helps from this point of view. Must pay attention because there's another one here. Ooh, I did something stupid. I have pushed the bar near Villa. Not something I had to do.
Very well.
Sacritu! Craft Afila Fielem. Craft Afila Fielem. Yes.
These wounds run deep.
And I am in a risky situation, but now I can get more accuracy.
Sacritu!
Because I have fighting spirit. But in this case, the other Chanter spells giving us some healing would really help.
Oh, indeed.
It's hard to die.
As you like.
Oh, finally we found some tasks. And these are good to do our part to keep Villa alive.
Good news, Captain.
Our scrolls.
Even better. I've located one up north, near the cave. What's standing here, for one? There is a cave to the north. Kith live here. Of course, it's...
Okay, time to explore. Can talk with the spirit.
Fat. I can't see much of anything, really. Storm? It's weird.
Not important, but we do it. We can explore here, but doesn't change anything. Find the spirit here, can talk, but
Didn't think death
well,
would be so
I think the only reason to go here is to realize that there is a passage here you can reach some way. Not something you do during the ultimate usually, because going there means you have to clear the cave, and it's not an easy task, so usually you would skip that, just go inside the cave trying to get some loot from there, but avoid that fight because it takes time and it's a risky one, very risky one. So not sure, probably like. Not something to do if you want to strictly do the ultimate. Better to avoid it, but we want to try to do, because we want to try and clear also this cave. Let's see if we are able to do something like this at low level. So what we found is useful because there's torch, and we could also get this here. We don't use much the shield, but if we need to, better to have also this dagger, because we have a little more accuracy. And then, well, we can keep the leather armor, maybe. Yeah. So let's see. Couple of potions.
Silence surrounds me.
Problem is, we have beasts in this cave, and beasts are always something that could have some nasty magic, thanks to the Galloway challenge. In this case, we have the same kind of magic. They are invisible before attacking, and that's not bad. So, same tactic. Get them to attack first, so they go out from invisibility, and try to keep them far from Villa. Oh, in flank. This is the one thing important, keep them far away. But honestly, not easy. Without the Chanter, shan't get some healing, because we are going to use our potions. Not something good.
My wounds remain. Yes. Sacritu. Craved Afiela Lielem. Very well.
We have much less accuracy now because we have a torch, and we are no more using a single-handed weapon.
Beyond me.
Ooh, did some mistake here.
Sacritu. Craved Afiela Lielem. Yes. Very well. Sacritu. Craved Afiela Lielem.
So the other Chanter spells is really making this low level easier, because you can kill them just with
I
that.
shall.
Oh, indeed.
Oh, now things will be a little less difficult.
Very well. Not quite. Yes. Missed. Oh, indeed.
I bet my tongue kinda hurts.
To whispers and shadows.
And now we try to get some loot
As you
and
like.
finish the quest to get some experience, and then we will try to rest a little. So basically, trying to use stealth now will not work. We don't have enough. We have 0 stealth. So impossible to sneak here. Just pay attention. Find our friend.
What have we here?
And help
Damn pirates! Andra, take your... Well now, then try to find a way past without losing a leg or getting a face full of poison. Well,
we can shift click and get the traps.
Now here's something.
bless you, lady. It's just bats and stinking corpses in this cave. Then I'll head that way.
I shall make it so.
So, in theory, if we now rest, then try to help the lady on the boat, on the ship, we can get enough experience to level up. Power 15. It's been more difficult so far getting that spell instead of the usual, but we will see. Anyway, now we go back and talk with Beardo.
What a mess. We got turned around and not much
And then we rest. So we use our Ilia bounty.
I'm safe with you, Captain. I just know it is all.
And then we should be able to, for instance, climb here, even without using a grappling hook. As you can see, we have 2 athletics, and so we are able to spare using the grappling hook. Not really important, but...
Watcher. It is strange. I see nothing. I thought...
You're looking better. It's my leg, Matico. It hurts even worse than it looked. I was a stub. Everything we've been through. Funny thing, it's hard to see much from the... Quite romantic, because it...
And we are now experienced now.
The Yodel said you had to bail him out of trouble.
What a mess.
Was he crying?
We'll be needing help.
Tell me.
Okay, so now
Oh, quiet.
we should be able to get better spells and some stuff. So we have 3 points because we have the Ilia bounty giving us 2 points and this point. This is enough to be able to get our ring from the cave without fighting. So at this point, if you're doing the ultimate, you may want to just get the loot and skip the fights in the cavern, but we want to do to give a try to that, because I can save. I'm not using the dead is dead challenge, and we get a point on survival. So now usually I would choose this if I don't want to do the fighting in the cave, but if I want to try and clear the cave, probably it's easier to try with our skeleton summons, even if we will not keep them forever, but at this point they will help. So this is the one.
We're under a damned barrel.
I'm not sure I can
As you
make
like.
it with this Chanter spell, but we will see. But probably it's better to change armor to get some more protection.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
So let's see, we could try and kill the skeletons here, but all in all I think the safe route is to get that ring first. So again, if you want to do the ultimate, no need to do to try and kill these enemies. Just something I want to do for fun. But we can just get the loot here. We have enough stuff.
I shall make it so.
Get the ring. This is a nice ring at this level, giving us some better defense. Oh, and maybe let's see. Well, I have already the EI disabled, but better to set it as not aggressive. Okay, so in theory we are ready to go away or start trying other fights. Basically, to start a fight, we try to do it from stealth, using traps, so we have time to summon our help and to keep Vila safe. And then we can choose if you want to keep on staying stealthed and use our summon against super tough enemies, like the Goretius 3-1s for instance, or we want at a certain point when our Psion spells are charged and we have plenty of focus, we can go out of stealth and try to use also our Psion spell. It depends, but the important thing is while we are stealthed, Vila is safe, so it's always good to start fight this way if possible. So we need traps. Luckily we found some of them. We have no more potions. That could be a problem. Okay, that's right. So sometimes it just pays to try to find patterns in how the enemy moves. So you can place the trap at the proper place, you shift click to be able to go up and down and do more than one thing. So I shift click my trap destination, so I can shift click again and be back as soon as possible. And this is especially useful if you want to steal something. But here I'm trying to place the trap in a way so they will go to the trap while patrolling the cave. Okay. First target, keep Vila far away. We can speed things a little. Important thing is my Psion is gaining focus. can see, slowly but steadily gaining focus.
Indeed.
And now I can start summoning.
Yes.
I'm flanking the enemy.
Yes.
Okay, so at this point,
Yes.
it is convenient to start the battle also with the other enemies, so I don't have to re-stealth to start, use another trap and so on. It's convenient to have some skeletons start the fight with the rest of the enemies. So we can send a couple of them here and one this way. So they have already killed the first one, but battle should not stop now. And I want to keep my stealth for Villa.
Yes.
And we could even start this battle, which is the hardest one. These are the real danger in this cave. These beasts, if you are unlucky, not time to start it, but those are sea bats, and sea bats they are already super powerful with a nasty corrosive attack, but if the Galloway challenge gives those enemies something like the stunning and interrupting blows, things are really difficult. So that's the reason why it's risky to do these battles when you do the ultimate, because you never know what kind of a Galloway effect those enemies may have.
Certainly.
better to finish this battle first.
I shall.
So our target will be to have Villa come out of stealth in a safe place.
Yes? Yes, indeed. Yes? Yes?
Not in vain.
Yes, certainly. Yes, I shall.
Don't succumb.
Yes, certainly. Meetum Darsida ex Kochim Timnesi. Meetum Darsida ex Kochim Timnesi. Yes?
Hold together!
Meetum Larsida ex Cochintinus. Meetum Larsida ex Cochintinus.
So we try to keep the slow one in front of the construct. Not easy, but the construct is the one dangerous because construct has engagement. But our skeletons too have engagement, so not bad.
Yes? Oh? Indeed. Oh?
And we want to start another battle before being okay. can get a disengage, it is worth. Hopefully. But these are nasty because they hit hard.
Certainly.
Not being able to start another battle. Not ideal, but we will do. But the battle is not stopping. That means probably the first skeleton we have sent this way has been able to see the enemy. That's good. Some kind of unexpected good thing.
Oh, indeed.
Because this way we can go on the battle on this side. And Vila is in a safe place.
Yes. Certainly.
So, probably the most dangerous here are the skeletons with the pistol because they hit from distance. This is the most powerful one, but it is very slow, so less of a problem.
shall.
Hold together!
Yes?
And we try to go the direction where the tough enemies are, the remaining tough enemies. I still don't know how feasible they could be because I have not seen them yet. It depends on the Gallowayne spell they may have. This one is tough at this low level, but not really dangerous if you stay clear.
Oh. Indeed.
Okay, let's try and see if we can lower
Very well.
his reflexes a little.
Got to try something else. That's not it.
Long battle. Okay, so 2 on him, 1 checking the nasty enemies. Exalted, well, it could be worse.
Oh. Proactin.
Certainly.
Proactin.
Yes.
Oh, indeed. Not in vain.
I shall. Yes. Yes. Got to try something else.
Missed. Not easy to eat this one. Oh crap! I've been hit. But now we have better accuracy at least. But this one hits very hard. Should be nearly there. A good thing about this enemy is they explode when they are
indeed
near death, so. But they are also dangerous because if there are many of them and you are cogged in the explosion, it may become odd.
Oh. Meetum da sida ex cochintin nasi.
Okay, we can go.
Yes, certainly.
And now the real hard part. Killing the bats. I cannot risk. I must drink the potion, and I have no more potions, so let's see.
Yes. Yes.
I think those need go Richie Street-like tactics. Just send the summons and wait. Because I have no more potions, I can't risk being hit by 3 of these acid weapons. They have some kind of acid speed. Maybe when that's only 1 or 2.
Yes.
And they are also hard to lure because if one follows, often the others follow too, and it's a little risky. One is nearly dead.
Oh.
But anyway, the gist of it is this build is super powerful, but it needs time because you have to employ tactics to keep Villa far from the fight and use the summons. At least at this low level with this risky enemies. When you level up a little, you can just get more health and things start becoming a little easier. Also, if you get some items to prolong some positive effects. Oh wow, it's gone. Then you can start using your Cipher spells more often, and your DPS start becoming much better. Also, you have better summons when you start having the animated weapon summon. Things really start going better. Also, the wounds are great in my opinion, because with the wounds have fire attack, and they have a good health and also good accuracy. And when you start having the wounds, usually
Yes, I shall.
in a short time you get also the pain link spell on the Cipher, and that's great because it means like always hitting riposte for 25% of damage on the summons. So with that you can kill even dragons. Uh-oh, now we are in danger because they have seen player and they are coming all together. Oh, I think we can't make it because I have no more healing. Oh, this will be hard, very hard.
Oh, very well. Oh, certainly.
It depends if they target the skeletons or the player. And this is where it matters much if you're able to keep the summon always up. Because if you're able, you can survive. But if they target the player altogether, I think it will be hard.
Oh.
Ooh, I think we can do it.
Yes. Oh, indeed.
Ooh, ooh. I don't know. Not sure we can do it. Ah, no.
This is too much.
No. Too hard. So, it can be done, but probably it's much easier if we choose this spell for the chant, like I did in the original build, because that spell at low level helps a lot, at least with this kind of enemies which are much more powerful than your level. So we could reload and retry, probably we could make it, but all in all I think this build works better at this level with the other Chanter spell. Maybe at higher level, but at this level, where it is, the Chanter one, this works better, because this is giving you a little healing, doing a little raw damage, and that in the long run means a lot. Probably this is good at higher level when you can defend from will attack better, but all in all it's better to use this. So we'll stop here. Oh, don't know, maybe another time we'll retry finishing the cave. I think you can do it, but probably not something you want to do in a real ultimate. And if you try to do, better to use this spell because it's easier with that. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I hope that some little tricks here and there would be useful if you want to try this kind of build. That's mostly based on summons. Thanks for watching, see you next time.